Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting edition,
Oh, yeah.
Psychic Shari live stream. We're with Sherry Klein.
Hi,
Uh,
everybody.
Hope everybody's doing okay. Sherry, hope you're doing okay.
Yeah,
Boy, this weather, one day it's 70 degrees, the next day it's 10.
yeah. And
It's,
snowing. It
yeah,
is, I
it's
know it's crazy.
tough to adjust, but
I
man.
know.
All right, good show for today. We've got a little video snippet. We're not going to show the whole video for you, but we have a video snippet to show you about tapping. If you don't know what that is, that's okay. I didn't know either until Sherry and I met with lady Colette Smethers.
Mhm.
The official title to this is Emotional Freedom Technique. And we've got a long form video that's scheduled to come out tomorrow morning with Colette. But we're going to show you a little snippet of about 5 minutes or so of that, kind of whet your appetite for the long form video. So today's show is just going to be a small video clip of that. Then we're going to do some alphabet messages today. Sherry's going to provide some spiritual advice to everyone that's watching the show live right now or a recorded version of this thing in the future. It's going to work either way. And of course, Sherry's got be giving readings to everybody that's watching right now. Now, if you have a username and you're on the live stream, you want a reading. And if you have a username that doesn't include your first name, then in your request for a reading, put your first name in there too. That way we can refer to you more personally, instead of CJW
Yeah.
X23. We'll just give you refer to you by your real first name. Also, we got a little giveaway, another giveaway, our second one for a
Third
free
one.
reading. This is the third time. That's
Yeah.
right, the third
Yeah.
time. So we'll give a free reading. We'll pull the wheel, hit the raffle, and we'll see who comes up. But before we do that, why don't we take a quick look at um, our chat, see how
Okay.
people's doing. Gary, first one in.
Hi,
Welcome
Gary.
back. Uh, Sherry gave me a wonderful reading, specific, insightful, and very accurate. So polite.
Aw.
Thank you very much. Okay, great.
Thank you, Gary. Yeah, he was one of our free winners. He was
He
our
was our
first
first one,
free.
our
Yeah.
inaugural winner. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Gary.
Shining light, love, truth. Hello, Sherry. Feeling amazing since the accident. I would love any messages you have for me. Also, do you have an archangel energy around me um, with any messages from them?
All right. Let's get into the energy here just a bit.
And by the way, would love to know what's up with my ears.
Okay.
Are they sticking out or changes for April? So much gratitude. I'm always honored for your reads. You're always on point.
Aw.
Always. Good.
Well, thank you. All right, so that's a lot of stuff going on here. I always, I don't, when they do that, I kind of start at the bottom and then work my way back up. So now let's see what we've got going on. The first thing when you talk about the ears, um, I don't think it's what Bobby said about big ears. It feels like maybe it's stopped up or something. It kind of sparked my memory right before the show. Bobby and I were talking about allergies and stuff, even though it might not be the time, but it just feels like there's a lot of it might be cracking or popping or even stopped up and it feels like it kind of comes and goes. Um, I'm asking spirit, how long is this going to last? What is it? Of course, I'm no doctor. Um, they're saying that this should pass quickly is what they're saying. This should be going away. They're saying within a week at the most, maybe a week and a half. Um, yeah, it just feels like they're just kind of showing me like some sort of a blockage, popping, things of that nature. Um, so wouldn't worry too much about it. Of course, thank you, Irene. Another thing she's saying, sometimes too, we can get a lot of wax buildup in our ears. My husband gets that, and that causes him to have a lot of ear issues. So that could be possibly the what's going on as well with the ears. And I think she was talking about before that, prior to that, is the angels. We love Archangel Raphael that steps up for you. I love him. He can be a protector. He can also be a wonderful master healer, and his energy is coming in. And of course, I would think, oh, he's coming in to heal the ears, but he's showing me green, which he's coming in and working on your heart and doing some clearing and some cleansing. So I don't know if you've been working with your heart chakra, but this is what comes in for you. Um, and
Okay,
so there, those are her messages.
good. Hope that helps. Kathy, welcome back.
Hi,
Our
Kathy.
second winner, right?
Yep, yep, yep. I just read for her.
She's coming in for a double dip. I would love to know what you see for me today.
Okay. First thing that comes up, they're showing me like a monkey on your back. You know, some days we have where it feels like just things are little things might get on our nerves. And that's kind of what we're saying. I can hear your spirit team say, "Oh, just flick it off, flick it off." You know, it won't be there tomorrow. It just wants to pester you. But when you're getting pestered, ask why is this bothering me? You know, the little things. If somebody did something, why is this bothering me so much? So this is the energy that kind of comes in. It might be around for a day or two, but they say that it feels like that it will jump off your back, so to speak. And they also showed me a rainbow very quickly, that there is healing coming in for you as well, Kathy. So I don't know if you've been asking for some of your prayers to be answered. There's healing coming in for you, and and I heard Irene say, and for the critter. So it would be your little furry friend. There's healing coming in for both. So
Uh-huh.
that's what comes in for you, Kathy.
Okay, good. Hope that helps. Maria, welcome back.
Hi, Maria.
She had her operation in her mouth, still hurts.
Okay.
How many weeks do you see it take before it gets better?
Okay. Let's see what we've got here. Feels like 1 week, it feels like it's starting to get a little bit better. Of course, it's going to be sore. They just keep telling me with each passing day, it should be better. It feels like you're over the hump because they showed me a camel and they showed me the big hump and they said you're
Ah,
over the hump. So the worst is over, Maria. And they just show me that by the end of the second week, you should be, uh, I don't know why Irene said it like that, fair to middling. She must be still stuck on St. Patrick's Day. I feel like I'm the Irish, I don't even
uh-huh.
know if they say that, but that's kind of what I was picking up. So we do see where it within the next week, each day they said gets better. So we're glad you're back, Maria. We're glad you had the operation. We know it was very stressful for you, um, and so we're glad you're back
Okay.
and you're well on your way to healing.
Any update on me and Philip? Is there any hope? Oh, two steps forward, one step back.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Maria, we've hashed this over and over and over, and it's up to you. You can stay in this loop for as long as you want. You're the only one that's going to get you off this hamster wheel. You're the only one that can push your life forward, because you just can't be happy where you're at now. Um, and and you know what? If it was supposed to be, if he wanted you, he would have came back. We've already gone through this, but they're just saying, try to take down that rear view mirror. Don't look back. Look forward. After your surgery, after you start to feel better, get out there and start mixing and mingling.
Yeah,
So,
that's I mean, you gotta jump back on that bike, right?
yeah.
And knock you off. So,
Hmm.
and Kathy, thank you for the reading I won. So,
You're welcome,
it went well.
Kathy.
CJ and Katz, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Hi, CJ.
Okay. Carrie, I think I remember that. Carrie, am I going to move to a new house?
Okay, let's see. First thing that Spirit is showing me is there's like a ball and chain behind you. So it's going to take some doing. It just feels like it's something is dragging along here. We're not saying you're never going to move into a new house, but it feels like there's more than one more than one situation, more than one thing that is kind of holding you back or slowing down the process, is what we're going to say. Keep focusing on what it is that you want and go for it. And make sure, especially if you're wanting to buy a house, is what they're saying is you might have to really go at it, and try to find houses. Some of them can go very quickly. So they're just saying set your mind to it, make sure that you have the money, the nest egg. Um, Things always, we like to have a little bit more money than what we think we need. So that's what's coming up for you, is make sure you got a good little nest egg, for all of the unexpected bills or things that come up. So that's what they're saying. Keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. Eventually, yes, we do see where there will be a move.
Okay. Good. Hope that helps. Vivian, welcome.
Hi, Vivian.
I believe, may I have a message from the guides, please? Thank you.
Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. First thing that comes up is they show me you twirling around and they're saying, get ready because your life is going to feel like you're in a whirlwind. Things, opportunities, it feels like everything is going to start to happen very quickly, very quickly. Doors of opportunity are going to open. It's going to be open for a very short time. So they're saying you can't drag your feet. If something comes and you want it, you've got to jump on it quickly, because if you don't, that door of opportunity will close. So they're just saying be prepared for a lot of changes, and feels like your higher self and your guides have set it up that way to where it comes in very quickly, so that you can't talk yourself out of going in that direction, or you can't think of all of the things that could go wrong. This way they're saying they made it very so it comes in very quickly, so you can't do that. So be prepared for a lot of changes and a lot of things coming in, and a lot of them feel really wonderful. So that's what comes up for
Okay.
Vivian.
All right, Debbie Castle. Hello,
Hi,
Bob and
Debbie.
Sherry. What messages do I have for my spirit team today? It seems my protector guide is with me a lot at this time. Do you have any information about my joy guide? Joy guide.
Okay. Joy guide. All
Joy
right,
guide.
let's see what we've got here. We're just going to go with the messages here just a bit. Feels like your joy guide is stepping up. She's saying, and I say she, it could be a she or a he, but they're saying focus, really work with the protector, uh, in a lot of different ways, and get to really know that energy. I know you said that they're around me. My protector seems to be around me a lot, and that's okay, because they're saying really focus on with the protector, because they can do things that joy guides can do as well. So that's the message from your guides at this point. Not that they don't, your joy guide doesn't ever want to come in, because they do say they trickle in at night during sleep, to kind of get you used to the joy guide energy. But right now, they say they would really prefer you just working with one guide, and that is your protector. So that's the
Okay.
message that comes in for Debbie.
I hope that helps, Debbie. Shine Love Light Truth, aka Charlotte. Charlotte here. If you have any extra time, would love any messages from guides for April, please. We'll do this one and then we'll get to our raffle here real quick. So,
Okay.
what do you have for Charlotte?
Well, is it guides for April? It, okay. Let's see what we've got here. First thing that comes up, Spirit, is they're showing me a bunch of horses and they're saying, slow down. Slow down a little bit because sometimes you can really get ahead of yourself and you might miss things, but they're just say kind of slow down because all of your opportunities, it's funny. The other one would like, hurry up, make a decision. That door of opportunity is going to close. With her, they're saying, take your time. The door is not going to close. So they're just saying, just take your time, take a step back, because it feels like we don't want to get going so fast that then we lose traction. And
You
we
mean,
don't.
you mean like she wants a message for April and it isn't even mid-March yet? And it's just barely mid-March?
You know what I first thought when I saw that, and I thought she wants any message from guides for April, and I thought, who's April? And I'm asking the team, is this her daughter? But then I'm just saying, oh, okay, it's April for May. Yeah, so that's all right. So see, there you go. She's ahead of the game. So that's what they're saying. Slow down a little
Yeah.
bit, and
A lot of March to live.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope that helps. How about we get to our raffle right now? We're going to do a giveaway for a free 30-minute reading with Shari. $75 value, I might add, to one lucky subscriber to our channel today. So of all the comments that were entered on the video that included our jackpot jingle, I can't even remember what it was, Spirit something or other.
I can't.
Of all the comments, we randomly selected 10 usernames, which wasn't too hard because there were only like 13. We then put them on our board. And we'll get the board up. And now what we're going to do is we're going to run the board. We're going to turn the wheel. And it's going to randomly select the winner for today's free reading. So if everybody's ready, Shari, are you ready to go?
Yep, let's spin her.
All right, let's see what we can do here. Be nice if I could get it working, right?
Yeah. I feel like I want to go up and go and spin it. It's it's out of our. It really is all computer generated.
All
There
right,
it goes.
here we go. Who we got? Sandy Warren,
Okay.
8204. All right, congratulations, Sandy Warren. I don't remember seeing her name tonight, but
Yeah.
you're the big winner here for a free reading. So send an email to sherryklein11@gmail.com. Give us your username, so we can verify that, your phone number, and let us know you're the winner. You're the big winner. Shari will then get a hold of you, contact you to set up a date and time where you can have your free reading with her.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Sandy. And
Yeah.
for those that enrolled but didn't win, there's always next week, right?
Yeah.
And the week after or the week after that. So to
Right.
enter the contest, we have a new jackpot jingle. Sure, I haven't told you. It's going to be a surprise for you.
Okay. Yes.
The new jackpot jingle is Hello Spirit.
Oh, there
I
we
made
go.
it
That's
as
fun.
easy as possible.
Very simple. Yeah.
So after this live stream is over, you've got the video out there. Down in the comments section, put down Hello Spirit, and you're automatically entered. Assuming you're a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, then push the subscribe button real quick, and you're eligible.
Right.
Enter as many times as you like, but you'll get on the wheel only a maximum of 3 times. So enter 1,000 comments if you'd like, but
Helps
you'll
the
get on the wheel 3
algorithm.
times. Yeah, it really does.
And Sandy, you have 1 week did you, we say that one
Right.
week to kind of send that email to write down there at Sherry Klein 11.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, we
and
can't keep that out there for forever and ever.
right.
So congratulations, and make sure you enroll for next week's raffle, and we'll do it again.
Okay.
Let's see what we've got here. We did Charlotte. We'll get back to it, and then eventually we'll get to Tapping Girl, Colette the
Oh,
Tapping Girl.
you guys are gonna like this. This is a good video. It was fun doing that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm skipping a few things here. Thank you, Sherry and Guides. Grateful for the message. Good.
You're welcome.
Mystical. Hello, I think I might be a starseed. What kind of planet does my soul originate from?
Okay. Let's see. The first thing that came up, it's not a planet, but they're saying, gosh, went right out of my head. Irene, bring it back. That's so funny. Uh, okay, bring it back, Irene. Huh, I don't know. Let me go in at a different angle here. Thank you. Sirius is what comes up.
No, serious.
Huh?
No,
No, no.
serious. Be serious.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking, is that
Trying to make a
Sirius?
joke. It
Okay.
didn't. It didn't fall very
I know,
well.
because I'm like, what? That's what I got. Is that? Yeah. Um, so that is what's coming in. As far as a starseed, um, they just gave me a little green check mark. So they're
Hmm.
confirming they agree with you. So you're right on track. One thing too that comes up, just a sidebar, they would like for you to uh, take a lot of notes and write down your journey because they say it's going to really start to take off and they want you to put the date on it. Because that way you can look back and think, wow, 6 months from now, you can look back at your notes and think, wow, I've really come a long way. So that's what comes up for mystical.
Okay. All right. I hope that helps. At 92978AJL. That's why. This is why we kind of want first
Yeah.
names. We kind of want to be a little more personal about it. So, can you do something with 929? Can you
Okay.
get anything?
Well, it is all energy. So let's see what we've got going on here. First thing that comes up is it feels like that there might be people around you that are either gossiping or they've got a lot of drama going on, and your big bear protector is just saying kind of try not to get involved, and maybe just kind of walk away, and don't get pulled into negative energy that's around you. Even when people call you on the phone, they can sometimes pull you into their negative energy if they have drama, things of this nature going on. And if you have a lot of people, it feels like there might be one person that comes to you and wants help, wants this, wants that. They're saying there has to be a line drawn in the sand. And that is coming in as like all of those messages are coming in to kind of protect you and your boundary. We teach people how to treat us. And so that's what's coming in for 92978 AJL or whatever.
Yeah. I hope that helps you. And I hope you're a
Subscriber.
return a subscriber and a regular to this. If so, we do want your first name that we remember a lot of the regulars that are on here, and so we'd like to refer to you as your first name. Scorpio Mama.
Okay,
Your first name
Scorpio.
Scorpio. Can I have
Scorpio
a
Mama.
message? Can I have a message?
All right. First thing that came up is we love butterflies. The first thing that they showed me was a beautiful butterfly, um, and the connection with the nature kingdom, the sprites and the fairies and the gnomes and the elementals. They're even kind of throwing me into your home, and it feels like there's a lot of energy from spirits, but it feels like a fun, kid-like energy that feels like it's in your home and all around your home. Um, I don't know if you've been doing any kind of remodeling, or even if you live in an apartment, if you've been cleaning things out or moving a lot of things around, feels like it uh, might have woken up some of these little spirits. You know how a lot of times if people will start to really do remodeling, and then they might have a lot of hauntings or things coming in their home. We're not saying that these are hauntings, but what they're saying is a lot of movement, a lot of things going on. It's kind of pulling these little childlike energy into your home. So be interesting to see if you're
Mm,
able to pick up on different energies coming in. It's a
yeah.
really joyful, childlike energy that's coming in or all around you. And the
Well,
more you can be outside, even though I don't know where you live in Indiana, you could go out one day and maybe not the next, but they're just saying the
yeah.
more that you go outside, um, the more that you're going to get that joy, that childlike energy. So that's what comes up for Scorpio Mama.
Okay. Good. I hope that helped. Okay, long one. Hi, Sherry. I feel a need to voice and express myself to those around me, family, as I've been feeling unheard, but I don't know who's the main ones. There are too many people and I'm getting confused. They don't seem to really understand, and I'm always in between, cutting them off or opening my heart and being an example. What's the highest path?
The highest path instantly that came in from your guides is they just said, stay in your lane and be you. And let the others do what they got to do, and try to become more of the observer, and just be you and say what you want to say. It feels like when we get into your energy that you're so concerned, like you're a people pleaser, you're so concerned about the others in your family, like you walk on eggshells around them because it doesn't feel like they do that for you. So your spirit team is just saying, just be you. And you'll find that it will ease up a lot of the stress and anxiety when you are around them. Um, and yeah, they just say stay in your lane and be the observer.
Okay. Quick question for you, side comment. You know, when you're given these reads, you
Hmm.
like turn your head and sometimes look up to the right all the
Hmm.
time to the right. Is there something you're looking at over here? Are you seeing guides or
No,
what's
yeah,
that?
I'm not seeing, but I don't know if you've heard me mention before. Irene is always, this is my right, even though I think it's backwards. Always on my right. My protectors are on my left. And but I turn that way. It's almost like I can't explain it.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
that is where I can get the
Yeah,
best.
and sometimes you're
It's
looking
like
up.
I can zone in right there, and then boom, I pull it out.
That's interesting.
Because that's funny you said that, because on one of the reads prior, and I went like this, and I thought, no, 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 I'm not connected, and I wanted to go back this way.
Really?
Hmm.
Yeah, interesting. All right. Did we do Scorpio? Yeah, you did Scorpio, Mama.
Yeah, because I remember
Uh,
Scorpio Mama, because when I saw that again, I saw like bears, like a mama bear and baby bears. So I'm going to go ahead and say it because Spirit's funny. They'll show me something twice, so they made you bring it up twice. Um, I showed a big mama bear taking care of the baby bears of the cubs. So that's what comes in for you, is you might be feeling the need to protect either children or your children, or protect people who are vulnerable or things of this nature. So that's coming in for you, like the mama bear energy.
Okay. Yeah. Carrie got my joke, just so you
Okay.
know.
I know. I'm like, because I'm like, I know that's because I'm from there.
Uh, okay. So we're back to mystical, the star seed. What is it like in there?
I think she's talking about it's in Sirius. Is that the one I said she's from
Yeah.
Sirius?
What kind of
Okay.
planet does my soul originate from? What's what's it like
Mm,
there?
well, it's
It's pretty serious. There's not a lot of comedians there.
it's okay. When she comes in with that, that is like a um, broad scope. And to be honest, all I can hear is from spirit is saying that everybody's life there would be different. Think of it like on this earth. If you're rich and famous, your life here is going to be a lot different than if you're homeless and even in a different country. So that's kind of what they're saying. It was tailor made just for you, for lessons. And one thing that your spirit team too is saying is that if you sit in a meditation and ask, they can give you little clips or little pictures of what your experiences was there. But before you sit down in a meditation, present the question and keep doing it. Stick with that same question. Sometimes we do bring in things from different lifetimes. Um, okay. One thing that comes up uh, from your past life in that they just say sadness. You might have brought sadness in this lifetime from that lifetime because you saw um, a lot of destruction. So I don't
Hmm.
know if you struggle with sadness or a sense of abandonment, because that is where we are picking up that it stems from. So if you work on that again they're saying in the meditation and ask, then it can help. Maybe if you do struggle in this lifetime, it can help you with things of this abandonment and the sadness and depression.
Hmm.
So that is what comes
That
up
is
for.
interesting. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I hope that helps. Maria was wondering how long will the full healing take place? Will I be normal until August of 2026? That's
We, yeah, that
five
comes
months.
in.
Oh.
Spirit just is pulling the calendar. They're flipping it back, like it will be well before August. Now you might still feel a little bit every once in a while, but it's not going to hinder you. One thing too is really focus. I can hear your guides. They've brought this up twice. Is we are all healers. And now I'm not saying, oh, if something's wrong with you, don't ever go to the doctor. But our bodies are capable of healing ourselves. And so
Yeah.
talk with the cells in your mouth. I know that sounds crazy, but talk with them, Maria, and say, you know what? Heal up, speed it up. Come on. Whatever it is that give it energy, whatever you do, because they're saying that you are capable, we all are, of healing ourselves. And that's what they're saying. Don't focus on the pain, focus on the recovery. And wow, every day tell yourself, wow, this feels so much better. And they just said that you won't even know you've had it in August. So
Okay. Yeah, we think that's 5 months from now. That would be plenty of
yeah.
time.
Hmm.
From Lily, hey Sherry, can you scan me and help me see what's around that would help me clear energy to get stronger and more aligned on my own higher path? What's mine and what's not?
Okay. First of all, when we scan your energetic field, and what we're doing is we're scanning your aura. Your aura, they're showing me there are things in your aura, but that's normal because we pick things up, and especially they're saying with you being an empath and or being sensitive, that we always pick things up. So you have to clear out your energetic field. Especially you will know, and you should do it every day. But one thing that your team too is saying is that you, as with everyone else, would know an example. When you have a lot of other energies, other people, thought forms, things of this nature that are in your aura, you might all of a sudden get mad or angry for no reason at all. That right there is a clue that you've got other people's energy in your field. Or you might get sad or depressed, things of this nature. So that when that happens, say, is this mine? And then you can just, envision with your mind, blow it out of your aura. Blow it out, go to the light, and then fill yourself up with what you want. So let's see what else. Scan the energy and see what can help me clear my energy and get stronger. So that's what they're saying. Do it every day. Do it more than once a day. Especially if somebody calls you on the phone that's, having a meltdown and just want to talk to you and bounce things off of you. You will soak up some of that energy. Or anywhere, if there's drama, anything of this nature that's around you, that can come in as well. So it's always a good idea, whether you know it's there or not, to clear your energetic field. And another thing too that comes up for you is we feel that you might want to work on a little bit of your grounding. It feels like your aura is supposed to be all the way around you at the top and all the way down below your feet. But when I look at your energy, it feels like your aura comes up about to your knees or to the middle of your thighs, which tells me that you're not grounded, that they would like for you to work on more grounding. And the way that you do that, a lot of different ways. You can go outside. That will help ground you. You can do the intention. Envision that out of the bottom of your feet, you have anchors. And boom, it's just going to pull you down. Because a little bit of a meditation, whatever it is, because we like to be grounded. Because when you're not grounded, this is when you might feel anxious or scattered a little bit. So that's what comes up for you when I scan your energetic field.
Okay. Well, I hope that helps. We address this right with mystical.
Yes.
Serious. Okay. And make a mental note, you and me. 929 is going to be Arlene.
Okay. I say write it down, Bobby. We know I'm not a mental note because I can't remember.
I'll try and remember that. And Scorpio Mama is Serena. So let's make sure we understand that.
Okay.
Try and remember that.
I know it gets hard the more and more and more there are. So.
Yeah. Before we get too far into this, let's get to Tapping Girl, shall we?
Okay. Yeah, let's do.
Colette. Today's topic video is about emotional freedom technique, EFT. Otherwise known, the informal name is tapping. Founded in the mid-90s and is a technique that involves the knowledge of the body's energy system with more psychological concepts. So it's kind of blending those two. Actually, it's been referred to as the acupuncture without the needles. Colette Smethers, aka the Tapping Girl, is an expert with this who had been facilitating and teaching this technique for over 20 years. So she's a real expert at this and has achieved some fantastic results for herself and for her clients. We'll get back to the readings here in a few minutes, but this is a short clip of a video that's going to drop tomorrow morning on our channel, just to give you a little taste of it. So take a listen, see if you like it. Sherry talked to me about having you on the show to talk about tapping. And my first question was, what the hell is tapping?
Yeah. He has
So
no idea.
Colette,
Still has no
A
idea.
lot of people think it's tap dancing.
tapped. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So if you would enlighten me a little bit about what tapping is all about.
Okay. Tapping is where I'll just give you the bottom line of what it is, and then we can get into a little bit of where it came from and all those things. Tapping, as I say, is where we are working with the mind and the body in the way that they were designed. In other words, we are emotional beings. We have a thought, we have a response to a thought. If it's a crappy thought, then there's a part of the brain that fires up called the amygdala. And the amygdala is what's responsible for the fight, flight, or freeze response. And when we are tapping, which we are actually tapping meridian endpoints on the face and the body while we are addressing a negative emotion, experience, or whatever. And what we're doing is we're actually sending a calming signal to the brain that says, we're not in danger right now. And so it helps separate that, if you will, so that, let's say you had a car wreck. And now you're afraid to drive. When you're working with a practitioner, or it's a self-help technique you can use on your own, you call on a practitioner when you're having trouble navigating it and those kinds of things. And so what you would do is you would want to go through, there are different ways we can do it. Like you can tell the story of it, like you're telling someone you really trust. And whenever you get to an emotional pitch, heightened emotion, you stop and you want to tap those spots a little bit longer so that you're able to calm the amygdala and let it know this is not happening right now. I have to interject here myself, interrupt my own self and say that everything that happens in the body, most everything that happens in the body, okay, came from a negative emotion experience that is held in the body. Now, most people go along with me on that to a certain point, because then when they say, oh, well, my knee's been bothering me, and I go, okay, so if there were an emotion in your knee, what would it be? And they go, oh, no, I don't have cartilage there anymore. And I go, right, but something created the cartilage to start to go away. So people go along with you and then they have trouble. Also, I will tell you this, that a lot of people pigeonhole tapping. And when you say, oh, have you tried tapping? And they go, I don't have a mental health issue. And it's like, if you don't hear me say anything else today, hear me say this. You can use tapping for absolutely every issue. Okay. I helped the lady manifest $2,000 in a couple hours.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Do that.
How to do that.
I do love tapping about money, because what we're doing is we're always going after the negative emotion or the limiting belief. In other words, if they taught you that money makes you greedy, like, when is enough? And da-da-da. But see, because I also teach law of attraction, there's nothing wrong with us being abundant and allowing that. And so when we tap about things like, even though if I have more money, my friends will think I'm better than them, or I'll have more money, or those kind of things, we can change what it is that you allow in your life, law of attraction wise. You can use it to release weight. You can use it to gain weight. I corrected my own vision. Yes, I did. At age about 53, I believe it was. And that was what we call a 1-minute miracle. I was working with a third grader. Within about, we did about 15 minutes of tapping. They were getting ready to wear glasses, and she was very concerned about it. So we did 15 minutes of tapping. Within 2 days, I'm standing there with my glasses, and I cannot see out my picture window. And I'm like, oh, I got to go get new glasses. I got to do this.
Yeah.
So I take the glasses off, and I can read the numbers on the mailbox across the street. I could 15 minutes of tapping. I do not promise those kind of results, but now for 14 years, I have not needed glasses. I'm getting a little bit of that nearsighted stuff with where you need the magnifiers, but that's really only infrequently. I used it to stop smoking. I smoked for 38 years. So it can be used for addictions, phobias, sports performance. I worked with an 11-year-old who golfed with one time. He took 4 shots off his game and almost hit a hole in one. He was so excited he could hardly stand it.
Wow.
You can use it. I know you guys want to hear about the spirituality stuff, about all the psychic stuff. You can use it to have your higher self talk to someone else's higher self.
Wow.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I know. I saw your video on YouTube. You had mentioned it as like the Western version of acupuncture.
We used to describe it as acupuncture without the needles.
Yeah. How do they align? How are they similar?
Okay, when they do acupuncture, they go into where they put those needles have to do with the meridians that run through the body. The meridians are the chi of qigong, the ki of reiki. Those meridians is where the life force flows through. And so Gary Craig, who developed tapping in the mid 90s, who was actually a Stanford trained engineer, said that a negative emotion causes a disruption in the body's energy system. So when they go in there with the needle, they're actually unblocking that meridian. We're kind of doing the same thing.
All right.
Okay.
That's a pretty exciting video. I hope everybody gets a chance to look at it. You know, Sherry, Colette, I keep
Colette.
calling her Colleen,
Yeah,
but Colette, she's got a lot of energy.
she does.
No,
She's always been that way.
I mean, it was pretty fun interviewing her because you can ask her one question and then just sit back and just let
Yeah.
her go. She could go, if you didn't interrupt her, she could go for 10, 15 minutes just on one question.
And very knowledgeable
Oh,
too.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've known her for, oh gosh, at least probably 20 years. She's always like that. And but yeah, and for those that are listening, when you drop that video, that's the whole thing with the taking
Oh,
us through the process.
no, no.
Okay.
Next week, we're going to have Colette take us through, actually walk us through a tapping experience, a session with her
Yeah,
on the
it's
air. We've got that videotaped already.
yeah, and everybody that's in, watching can do it along with us. And it
Yeah.
it really is. It's been around for I'm sure she said, I don't even know. I mean, forever.
Yeah.
So,
So, yeah. So take a look at it. It's fun. I mean, if you click the bell icon on the Psychic Shari channel, then you will be notified when the video drops. But I can tell you it'll be tomorrow morning sometime. Not sure when, but it'll be there. So take a look. I hope you like it. Back to the boards. And Maria, how old will I be when I get my first kid? I'm 33, turning 34 in October.
okay. First thing that came up, and this is a probable timeline that comes up, is 35 for you, Maria. But again, it depends on if you can, like what we talked about earlier, come off of that hamster wheel and move forward with your life instead of hanging on to the past. So, and like we said, you can hang on to that past for as long as you want. And when you do, it will just slow down the future and your children will be in the future. So that's what comes up for Maria.
More, yeah, more of incentive to get going and move forward.
Hmm.
All right. Hope that helps. Cease. Hey guys, Bob and Sherry, my daughter is 18, but still deals with issues with her grandma and dad. We were never together. And the going back and forth, I'm going to court soon, but want to know your insight on what's going on, the truth, things to keep in mind as a North Star so I can move on from this situation with them.
Okay. So let's see what we've got. I didn't fully understand that question, so let's see if the guides did. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, one thing that Spirit is showing me is they're saying don't hold your breath because it feels like that you want an answer or you want something to be resolved quickly. And they're just saying it's going to take a long time and have patience. We see a lot of different things, almost like they're showing me a Rubik's Cube. A lot of different things are going to change and take place. Um, so go back to that first part, Bobby. I'm trying to pick up what dealing with issues with her grandmother and dad. Okay.
Her
I don't,
daughter, who's 18.
okay. But when he said we were never together, so him and his daughter. Okay, I
No,
got
him and her, they were not married.
you.
Her
Okay.
dad and her were, she and the father of her daughter were never married.
Okay. Still not making sense, but it doesn't have to make sense to me. Okay.
She
Okay,
had a
Irene.
she had a daughter with some guy. She never got married to that guy, but she had the kid.
Okay.
And now her daughter's 18. This kid is 18.
Okay. All right. So let's see what we've got going on here, Irene. That my head has just got scattered with that. It didn't make sense. All right, bring it down. Let me focus a minute. All right, come in and let's see. Yeah, again, they're just saying, they show me her face. They're saying, don't hold your breath, have patience. Uh, things, you've waited this long. They're saying that eventually we see where things might come together um, and work out with your daughter, but they're just saying, don't hold your breath, that things are going to take longer than what you anticipate.
Okay. I don't know if that helped, but
Yeah, they're talking about the court case.
yeah. Uh, Gary for Grace,
Okay,
welcome
Gary.
back. Any messages from Spirit for him?
All right, let's see what's coming up here. Feels like Spirit just comes in with two hands and kind of picks you up and holds you. And it's like they're treating you like a little bird in a nest, and they're just pushing you out of the nest saying, go on now, go have fun. They're just, they're impressing me with the fact that you're always trying to better yourself and do the best you can, and that's great. But it feels like it's putting so much stress on you that they're wanting you to just go out and have fun without worrying, without having worries. Just go and be spontaneous. So that's the message for Gary.
Okay. Good advice. Can we ask another question? Of course. Sure you can. Let me. Scorpio Mama. Can I ask for a relationship reading?
Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. Okay, I don't, that can be broad. Spirit is showing me two magnets, and you know how you put magnets together, but they don't go together? They like, that's kind of what they're showing me. When you say relationships, your spirit team is saying this could be friendships, this could be any type, but we think that you're wanting the love relationship. Um, we feel like that if you're in a relationship right now, or if you're getting ready to attract someone, that it might be where you guys might clash or having a kind of bumping heads a little bit.
Like the
Um,
magnets.
yeah. Well, you know, like if you hold two together, that's
Yeah,
just what,
the
and it
repelling
doesn't go.
magnets.
Yeah. So that's what they're saying is keep in mind that no relationship is by mistake. We are in all relationships to teach us something. So if we're attracting either love relationships or friendships that we kind of butt heads, then they're mirroring to you something that you need to work on. So that is what is coming up
Ah,
for Scorpio Mama. Doesn't mean you'll stay in that relationship, but there's something there that you need to learn. And again, this could be a friendship or a love relationship coming up, or you could be in one now. It doesn't matter, but that's just what's coming up for you right now. So,
okay. Yeah, that's a good way to approach any relationship, you know, even the
mhm.
rocky ones. Vivian, I would love a message about my spiritual abilities. I wonder if that's related to the upcoming changes.
We do feel it is. And we feel that when you say your spiritual abilities, what spirit is showing me is it's it's your own modality. You're going to take a little bit of this and a little bit of that of things that you have learned and kind of mold it into your own, they called it workshop. So I don't know if you're wanting to have some sort of a workshop or something where you teach people, because this is what spirit is showing me for you a little bit further down the road. You're going to take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, come up with your own modality Doesn't mean that's the only thing that you're going to do, but that is one thing that we see. And it is a workshop where you teach other people what you have learned. So,
Okay. Good. I hope that helps. For Maria, Sherry, and Bob, I just have to share of all the readers on YouTube, I feel you're the ones who always accept me for who I am. I am so
aw,
grateful. I feel you two guys as part of my family, like my aunt and uncle,
aw,
Uncle Bob, Aunt Tracy.
Sherry,
Sherry,
Aunt
God
Sherry.
damn, what am I saying?
I
Tracy's
never.
my wife.
Ah, thank
Aunt
you, Maria.
Sherry.
Yeah, thank you, Maria.
Thank
So,
you.
and you are welcome here. So, and there, and speaking of Tracy, that's not your wife, Tracy.
No, that's not it.
Hi, Tracy.
Tracy, welcome. Cheers. She must be from, I think she's from Ireland. I'm not sure.
I don't think
Um,
so. I think when she said cheers, it took me back to St. Patrick's Day. I feel like I'm holding up a green beer.
okay. Joyce Miller, welcome. Hi, Sherry. This is Joyce. What past life challenge is holding me back from my spiritual progress?
All right, let's see what we've got going on here. Instantly, Spirit is showing me darkness. I don't know if you're scared of the dark or if you're scared of being in small places, but it feels like in some past life, gosh, I was going to say something different, but they said you might have been tortured, but it was for speaking and something that you said. I don't want to say was a lie, but it was, you didn't mean to lie, but it's almost like you were trying to help people, but something about the words that you said, you were uh, prosecuted for them. It was as if they put you in a dark place, or I want to say a prison, but it was dark. And so in this lifetime, you're scared to really speak and help people on a spiritual path because you're scared that the words that you say might not resonate with them, or that it might not turn out. Um, and because we feel that you could be really a wonderful reader. You have a gut feeling, you can pick up on other people's energy, and you know things, but you always try to shut yourself up or not say anything because you're scared of being prosecuted or um, punished, is the word, for that. And you might not be a reader, but they're saying you could if you really wanted to. And the more you practice, because you are really good, they say, at picking up on the way that people move their body, body language, and even their voice vibrations too. So that's what comes up with choice. That was a
Okay.
long message, wasn't it? But they kind of just kept taking me down and down and down.
Yeah.
Um, but
Okay.
I'm just like, it's like I'm scared of the dark. They just showed me darkness, like if you were to throw somebody in a closet and then, or in a trunk of a car. You know how
Cool.
you would panic and it's dark and you would, that's what I'm getting. But it's like it's something that came out of her mouth and it wasn't true. Not that she meant for it not to be true, you know. It just didn't, and that it feels like is kind of keeping her from.
Mm, okay. Well, I hope that helps a little bit. Back to Marie. So very much grateful, Miss Sherry, Mr. Bob. You're my spiritual family. If you ever come to Norway, I want you to be my guests. All right.
Okay, we'll take you up on that.
We'll get to, if we ever get to Norway, we got a place to stay, Sherry.
Yeah, there we go. We got a vacation.
Yay. Okay, Angie. Hey there, may I please ask if the universe has already united me with my life partner?
Yes, because every situation that you can ever think of in your life, and this goes for anybody, every situation you can ever think of has already existed. You have to change your frequency. So, yes, The answer is yes.
Has she met him in this life?
Let's see. Not yet, but we do see it comes in at a high probability. They're showing me about 78% that it is yes, that you will. And it might be sooner than what you think. Because when we get into your energy, you might be thinking, oh, this is going to be a year, 2 years out. Feels like it's going to be maybe within this year, is what they're
Oh,
saying. And very quickly, it seems like it comes in very quickly, and you might not even know, might kind of just take you by surprise. And sometimes that's fun when you just get blindsided in a good way, and meet somebody, and man, it just feels like it clicks, clicks, and clicks. The minute that you see this person, feels like that that there's the spark there. So that's what comes in for Angie.
Okay, hope that helps. From Miley, I've been using my pendulum. Are my spirits communicating through the pendulum?
Okay. One thing that your spirit team is asking is to sit in some sort of a meditation and do a prayer, and sit in before you do the pendulum, and make sure that you ask for only guides and help of the white light. Because when you use any type of a device like that, even if it would be like a Ouija board too. You can pull in anything. And so that's what they're saying. Make sure that you put the white light of protection around you before you sit and use that. And work with yes or no questions to start out that you know the answer to. That way you will know, yes, they are. Because if you ask all these questions and you don't know the answers, you're always going to be in that wondering, oh, is this them? Start asking questions that you already know the answer to. And then they're saying that then you can work on it, and then you will know that you know. But they're really talking about putting a white light, a white bubble around you.
Okay. All right, I hope that helps. Anna Ackland, any messages from my spirit guides? I'm on the right path to meet a forever partner.
Okay, let's see.
Am I on the right path?
Right. All right, let's see what we've got here. When we get into your energy, it feels like you really are doing the best that you can do in every aspect of your life. And when you don't, it feels like you really have the bar raised high for yourself. And Spirit is asking, and that's great, but Spirit says, let's lower it a little bit because it's very stressful on you. But we do see where you are sending out the right codes. I've never heard Spirit say that, codes. Usually it's like energy, or they're saying you're sending out the right codes out to the universe. And where we do see it does boomerang back, and that you will meet a partner, your forever partner. Now, they're not saying they're not even telling me if it's the next person you're going to meet. It could be, it might be 2 or 3 down the road, but they're saying the right one will come, and you'll know that it is because they showed me a puzzle coming from the sky, and they said everything will just fall into place. It will be very easy. So that's what comes up for you. Go have fun. That's the biggest message for you, is to have fun and be spontaneous. Try not to talk yourself out of, oh, I don't want to go to this party or that. They said just go. Go whatever, anything you get invited to, go. So that's
okay.
what comes up for Anna.
All right. Hope that helps, Anna. We got a lot of new people on the show. I see a lot of new usernames out there posting. So encourage you to subscribe to the channel, click the like button, and you'll get and come back every week, Wednesdays at 6, rain or shine, unless we're on vacation, or snow,
sleet.
yeah, or sleet, yeah. 12 True. Are you 4-H? Hello, I feel weight from my cousin Tiffany and sister Maria and Miss Sister Mia, sorry, and Mom Maria. Sorry, Sherry, it's a lot. Can you help me identify what's going on briefly with each so I can make the right decision?
Okay. All right. We don't invade privacy. We'll go to each higher self, see if I'm picking up anything. Um, we're going to start with Tiffany. Uh, let's get in her energy. One thing that comes up that their spirit is showing me is that Tiffany feels misunderstood. Feels like she might have some anger, stuffed down anger issues, and she feels misunderstood. And it feels like when she talks, she feels like people don't listen to her, or else they don't understand her. And she might have a hard time articulating to people how she feels, because sometimes we don't even know how she feels, but she feels misunderstood. So that is kind of what we pick up with Tiffany. And Sister Mia, let's get into Mia's energy. Mia's energy feels a little bit different, like she kind of pushes people away. She might have a boundary up around her. And sometimes people will put these boundaries up for because they've been hurt in the past. But it feels like she just keeps kind of going like that, like pushing people away. And when we get into the Mom Maria, let's see what we've got going on here. Boy, she feels really busy. When I get into the energy here, it's like in her mind, there's a lot going on. And she tries to, I don't know if she's telling me she's trying to keep the peace with people, but it's very difficult. Her mind, her thoughts and everything feel very scattered, like she's all over the place, and she's very nervous or anxious. There's just a lot going on around her. So that's what comes up for each one of them. All their energies feel very different, but it's like they've all got a lot going on, and it feels like all internally. And they're very good at maybe hiding it, some of it. And then there seems to be a lot of anger or something at least in a couple of them. So that's what comes up.
Any ideas on what she should do about all that?
Let's
What
see.
kind of decisions she would need to make?
One thing that your spirit team is saying is make sure that they know that you're on their side. Not that you're taking sides, but what they're saying is that you don't want to butt heads with them, that it feels like that we want things to all come together, and they have to understand it. Well, I'm getting a lot of crossed wires here with all of this, with all of these girls and women, because they assume that the other person knows what they're thinking a lot of times, and that's not the case. It feels like there's just a lot of miscommunication.
Hmm.
So, what would help her is to be direct. Don't assume that they know anything. Just be direct on what it is that you want to work on, or what you want to do with all of them, or how you want things to go. So, that's what comes up.
Okay. All right. Well, sounds like she's got her hands full. So good
Hmm.
luck with that. Uh, Rosario. Hello, Sherry and Bob. I am Rose, and this
Hi,
is my
Rose.
first time here. Welcome.
Oh, hi, Rose.
I use tapping with my special ed students. It works.
Aw.
That's good. Hope you watch the video tomorrow.
Hmm.
Do you get any messages from my spirit team? I feel changes coming.
Okay. Let's see what we've got. First of all, we love that you work with special ed students. It takes a very special person to do that. And that's wonderful. We love that. So, okay, let's get a little bit over here and see what we've got, Irene. All right, let's see what we've got going on here. Boy, you have a lot of good ideas in your head. There's so many things that you have thought of that you want to do that you kind of never did, kind of push them to the back of the bus, the back of the bus. It's so funny. they show me that Shark Tank show. And when you said you work with special ed students, they are showing me, I don't want to say a toy, but some sort of a kind of a toy, I guess, or something that kids can do that help them learn. So I don't know if you've ever thought of inventing anything
Hmm.
that helps people with energy. And like you said, you use tapping on them. So this is all in the same thing. Being able to help children with releasing energy, uh, being able to express, oh, I'm angry, or I'm happy, or I'm sad. But we see you working with a lot of different things. And again, they throw me into your aura, into your thoughts. There's so many wonderful ideas. We do see where what you're picking up on is when you say, I feel change is coming. We do too. And we see where there might be another person that comes with you. It feels like it's a female, that you guys might put your heads together and um, come up with a way to, they said make money, but it's helping people too. And it's going to be a wonderful exchange of your services, and then, um, of course, you will get paid for them as well. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on. You're really good, and follow through with some of the things that you're coming up with. We want to call them kind of like inventions, but it doesn't all have to be making something. It could be starting up some sort of a business too. So
Hmm.
that's what comes up with her. Boy, it's a lot. She got a lot going on. She's really good. We feel she's really grounded for all of the stuff that's going on in her energetic field.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, good. From Vivian, just a comment. Looking forward to learn more from Colette. So,
yeah, it's
Anna,
really interesting. And that is something that you can watch over and over and over and do it because we go through the process like
oh,
that.
well, that's next week, but the video, she's going to talk quite a bit about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Um, Gaia Mithira. Hi.
Hi.
New. Welcome to the show. Okay. From Shining Light, Light Truth, Charlotte, I believe.
Mhm.
Uh, oh, okay. Now I'd love to know if my aura is better. Last week from fall, you were saying it was close to me. I've been doing healing work. Anything energy wise on this?
Okay, let's see what we've got going on. One thing is the first thing that came up is Spirit showed me, and we get these, nothing to be fearful of. It's showing me like tears in your aura, and it's in the back. Um, our aura, it gets it gets torn. A lot of things can do that. A lot of energy's coming in. That's why we always want to clear it, fill it back up, and then seal it like with an eggshell, um, because it feels like when I get into your energy, you're leaking. I guess that's what I want to say. You're leaking energy. So I don't know if you feel like maybe you're dragging around or you just don't have the get up and go. This would help is to replenish your energetic field, ground yourself, connect with spirit, with God, with source, pull in good energy, love, peace, joy, happiness. Fill up your aura. Anything that is not of that vibration will leave. So fill it up and then make sure and use your childlike imagination. Make sure that you put like an eggshell around it to kind of seal it in. So that's what we saw was at the back a tear, and that's common.
Okay. And I hope that helps. I'm not sure what this means. From Gaia Sherry, you were chosen. You're chosen 180326.
Hmm.
Maybe that's your numbers you should use for the lottery. I don't know.
Daily three. I don't know what that means. If you could maybe put another comment.
Yeah.
Mm.
Assis, this one is the daughter, grandmother, dad, court thing. I don't know if
Okay, the
we
one,
talked about this already. You know, a
um,
lot of times what happens is we get so many comments coming in that we'll address the very first comment, but then down the path, you add more information towards that reading. And so we're still working our way down. I think you might have addressed this at the very beginning, but
okay,
let's read through it here and see.
okay.
There's a little more information, I think. Thanks, Sherry. Can I ask what you feel for my daughter, Kiana? She expresses not preferring to see her dad frequently, and that is out of obligation. She gets upset if I bring it up, and I don't discuss anything with her dad anymore since it's going to court. Can you help with seeing through this his intentions toward her and hers about what she really wants? Would help a lot.
Okay. One thing that comes up, and I kind of just get messages that come through when Bobby was reading that. One thing that comes up is that the father will start to kind of pull away. The older that your daughter gets, it feels like the more that the distance will come between those two. And your daughter, uh, of course, she'll like that, but then it feels like the older that she gets, the more that she understands that. And that feels like that she, at some point, and again, this could be further down the road, but they are showing me that she will forgive her father for whatever's going on. It feels like that she will really become spiritual when she gets older, and she will eventually forgive him. But again, before that time comes, we see where that the time that they spend together will be less and less as time goes on. So I don't know what the court's going to say, but it feels like that things are going to start to hash out, and that they just show me that there'll be a wedge in between them, which means they won't see each other as much for one reason or the other. So,
Okay, I wonder if she's actually in the United States or some other country because 18, you're of legal age, and I wasn't aware that once you're legal age, you can just do whatever you want, right?
right.
So yeah, I'm not sure if I mean I don't think the courts would mandate an adult
Right.
visiting their parents, but
Right.
I don't know all the
Yeah, I
details
didn't realize she
where
was
she's located.
18
Yeah,
because I
that's what
wondered
she
why they
said.
were throwing me into when she was older. So that makes sense because they were saying that it's like the daughter won't be as negative or hateful. It's like she forgives him, moves on, and
Yeah,
it's like a spiritual journey thing. So,
yeah. The old saying, "Time heals all wounds." So,
mm.
Phoenix, welcome back.
Hi, Phoenix.
And just a note from Vivian, thinking about creating workshops and classes in the future.
Okay.
So, thank you much, Sherry and guides.
Well, good. I wonder why they said workshops.
Yeah, I'm scanning down here for reading. Okay, Lily had a question. Is there a past life most connected to me right now that you see, and what's it all about?
All right, so let's see what we've got going on here. First thing that comes up in a past life is working with animals and working the land. They just showed me you in a past life were around a lot of animals, and it feels like horses. And always outside, and you were very, very grounded. This is why your spirit team is telling me that in this lifetime, it's very essential for you to be outside as much as you can, even if you have to bundle up, because they're saying if you don't get outside, you're going to feel off kilter. Um, and it's like your soul is longing for that, for being outside and being alone. You also need to spend a lot of time alone to almost, they're saying, recuperate from other people's energy. So when you feel off kilter, there, and again, it's pulling in from a past life, is to be alone and to be outside as much as you can.
Really? So past life is influencing that, huh?
Hmm. Sometimes they bleed through. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
we've
Oh
talked
yeah.
about this before, like my fingers, how we've talked about that.
Yeah. My daughter, every time we drive over a bridge where there's water, she will have a panic attack.
Our sister does too.
Does she?
Yeah, it's
Debbie?
weird. Yeah, they must have
Oh,
died in a car wreck when
maybe
over.
you went over a bridge or maybe over a boat, or
Yeah, I
ship or
tell you,
something. Oh,
when my husband and I, when we go on vacation, if we're going like windy roads that are way up in the mountains, I have a panic attack.
do you?
Oh, I must have, went off a ravine or fell down a mountain. Somebody pushed me off a mountain. I don't know, but I literally feel like I'm going to have a panic attack.
Well, same thing for me. When I was in a boat, we were having, on vacation down in Florida. We were going to go visit the dolphins. Went on that boat,
Yeah.
and I got out there on that boat and we saw the dolphins. I mean, I just absolutely freaked out. I had to go inside. They had a little cabin inside, sit down, hold on to the railings, and I wouldn't move until we got back to the
Yeah.
harbor. Seriously, I don't know
Oh,
why.
I know. I'm telling you, yeah, it's in us. We've stored it.
Yeah, something
Even though
happened
we
to
don't
me. Yeah,
remember it, it's there.
I must have went down with a ship in a past life. I had to have,
Oh, yeah.
and and drowned or got eaten by sharks or something. Because I don't go into the ocean either. I get up to my ankles. Remember when we went Panama
Yeah.
City? I wouldn't go in swimming up past my knees. I wouldn't get
Yeah.
in the ocean. I just couldn't do it.
This is crazy. I went on a cruise and I hated it. This was several years ago. and and I know this sounds crazy. I know I was on a, a boat. I think I was on the Titanic and drowned. And so I was on this cruise ship. Instantly, it was like a big jar, and it just went through the whole boat, and I instantly knew we hit a whale. And the girl I was with, and I'm like, we just hit a whale, and she's like, no, we didn't. There's no way we hit whales. We went down a couple hours later and talked to the captain and you could talk and mix and mingle with them. And I walked up to them. There was a couple, and I said, at 10 o'clock, which was a couple hours ago, I said, we hit a whale, didn't we? And they looked at each other, and he said, sometimes that happens. And I'm like, you've got to be like, how can that happen? Why isn't there like sonar on the boat to keep
Yeah,
them away?
really.
But it was the loudest. It's like I could feel the whale just screaming. Isn't that crazy? I know, but I knew it. It
Oh, I
was,
mean, why didn't the whale get out of the way? It's got
well, I don't,
sonar too.
oh, that's his world, we shouldn't be there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're down a rabbit hole here. Let's get back to the board
Yeah.
and talk to Phoenix. What important message does Spirit have for the year of 2026?
First thing, boy, and it came through quick. And they're saying, write down a journal, but they're talking about write down a journal about your emotions and what happened that day. Because they said when you do that every day, you're going to start to see a series of patterns. And one thing's going to lead to the next. And then they're saying that this is going to really get you involved in doing inner child work. Uh, there's a lot of things that have been stuffed down, and we all do that. But they're saying it's time now for more and more and more of this to come up. And that's what we see for you is doing a lot of inner child work, doing a lot of healing, and you might have the sensation like you're stuck. That stuck feeling is going to lift as well. So it's going to be a process. It's going to be a journey, and one thing's going to lead to the other, to the other, to the other. But it's going to start with you writing down your emotions, and even if you think of something back in your childhood that pushes your buttons somehow, makes you sad or angry, write it down, and then kind of talk yourself through it. But again, it all goes back to you're going to do a lot of inner child work.
Okay. Well, I hope that helps. All right, we're butting up against the hour and a half, so we'll go
Oh
through
my
here,
gosh,
and
we
I'm
are?
gonna
That's so crazy.
we'll go through some of these that we have left here as quickly as we can. Mystical, will I ever find the love that I want? I've been mainly through disappointment.
Hmm. One thing that comes up for you is they're talking about doing some more work within you and realize that you don't need someone else to complete you is what comes up. They say you will eventually, but if whether you know it or not, it feels like you have a fence around you, and on an unconscious level, you're setting yourself up for failure in relationships because there's a part of you that is scared to be in a relationship and to really open up your heart because you're scared if you do that you'll get hurt and you don't want to go through that. So on an unconscious level, we see this is where you're doing that. So you have to keep in mind when you do get into a relationship that you got a 50-50 chance of hurting their, breaking their heart as they do you. And keep in mind, your spirit team says nothing ventured, nothing gained. So work on, loving you just the way you are and work on trying to get those boundaries down and work on trusting people a little bit more. And they said you will spirit is almost pushing you into that direction. They said they're really working on getting you in that right alley and not a dark alley, but they were saying like a bowling alley, getting you in the right lane um, to find the love of your life. They are working on it because they hear your prayers. So, but there's some work that you still need to do.
Okay.
So that's what comes up for mystical.
Kalili. Hi, Sherry. Can I also just ask what kinds of career fields you see most strongly connected to my purpose, higher timeline, and gifts? I know they can evolve and change, but what to know this timeline?
First thing that comes up is they show me two things, two careers, so to speak, that come in the most strong, but they're not connected. One is where you use your mind. Oh gosh, they're almost showing me some sort of I don't even know what this is, Irene. I want to say physics or something that where you use your mind, and then there's another career where you're serving people, you're helping people, and that is through your spiritual gifts. Because it feels like you could go both ways. It just feels like you're split right down the middle. It's going to be up to you on which it is that you want to do because there's something in both of those that you need. You need the kind that use your mental mind, your analytical mind, and then you need the spiritual type that doesn't use that. So it's okay to maybe try to do both. Um, and then when time comes, they said one will kind of fizzle out and the other will build back up will get stronger, and you'll do that more, and then there won't be two. So that's what comes up is
Okay.
two careers. So
All right. I hope that helps. Michelle, any messages from Uncle James?
okay, I almost wanted to say Uncle Jim.
I know.
Did you? Isn't that funny? It just came right up.
I
Okay,
don't
so
think it's the same person, but we have
yeah,
an Uncle Jim, or
yeah,
had one. So,
yeah. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Gosh, now I got to get our Uncle Jim. He's got to go. His energy's coming in, and he's getting. He was mean. Okay, so let's.
I still mean, even over there.
Yeah, well, they bring their personality when they come into my room.
I mean, that was just a facade. You know that, right?
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. What message do we have coming in here just a bit? Okay. Kind of it's giving you a bear hug, and I'm getting the feeling that he wishes that he would have been able to show more emotions and show love easier than what he did. You knew he loved you, but it was very hard for him to either say it or express it somehow. Um, but you knew he did. Another thing he's talking about now is just did a total flip flop. He's showing me a piano and talking about music. And he loves music for you. Any type of music that you can listen to or that you can do, he's wanting to push you in that arena because he says you're very talented. You might not give yourself enough credit. So that is what is his message to you is get out there and be around music, listen to it, try to play it, try to write songs, whatever it is. You would be good at writing poems, and
Hmm.
that will help with emotions too. Something about writing things down and singing is just would be wonderful for you.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you. And one thing too, he's just talked. Singing, because singing will help open up the throat chakra to where you'll be able to say what you feel because that was hard for him in a lot of situations. So he doesn't want you to have any regrets in that area.
Okay. Maria, we'll start study something this August. I have applied for a master's degree at the
Okay.
school. Good.
All right. So see, Maria, there you go. That's, we love that. Focus on that. Feels like there's still more things that might need to be done to really make sure that you cross all the T's and dot all the I's when it comes to um, going back to school and starting up on this and really gear your mind up because we feel like that you could be very successful, very intelligent. They're showing me your mind, and they said that you can really soak up information and you retain it. So feels like yes, we that comes in at a very good probability for you, Maria, and that would really help push you right into the next phase of your life,
Okay.
next chapter, so to speak.
Yeah, that's moving forward. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a good moving forward.
Uh, Magnus
Magnets
Million.
millions. That's
Well, hello. Will Samuel and I ever reconcile after I told him I'm deleting him?
okay.
I
So
hope it
let's
doesn't mean literally.
all right. So let's just get into a little bit of this energy here just a bit. And when people ask about other people, I kind of go to their higher self and because we don't want to invade privacy. Let's see what we've got going on here a little bit. Um, gotta tell you, it feels like that really affected Samuel on a deep level, and it really hurt. Um, feels like he might be one that holds grudges for quite some time. Um, you're asking, will you guys ever like kind of get back together? Um, I'm not seeing it. It could, but if it is, it might be a while. Kind of let the dust settle, so to speak, because that kind of hit him a little bit harder than what we think you think it did.
Hmm,
So
really?
that's what's coming up with magnets millions. I love all these different um, whatever they're called,
Oh, yeah.
usernames.
Usernames. Okay, here's from Gaia. We'll speed this along a little bit. What does the
Yeah, yeah.
future have according to the spirits?
What does the future have? All right, so let's see what we've got going on here. Okay. They show me you like parasailing. Because I was going to say there's an aspect of you that might feel like, oh, I'm taking, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, 1 step forward. It feels like you might go through that period for a little bit of time where you feel like, oh, I'm going ahead and uh-oh, here we go. Now something else has happened. And then all of a sudden, it's like somebody takes a slingshot and lets go, and boom, you just take off sailing. So watch your thoughts and make sure that you focus on what you want and not what you don't want, because you could go sailing in a wonderful place where things are great and super and wonderful, or you could also go sailing down, things that you're going to start to attract that might not be so appealing. So they're saying, watch your thoughts, because they say you're going to be stuck for a little bit, but then, boy, it's going to take off. So work on now mustering up all of those thoughts of things, that you want to create in your future. So
Okay.
that is what your spirit team is talking about.
Scorpio Mama, can I have a relationship reading? I had a breakup 8 months ago.
Okay, first thing that came through is they showed me like a little kitty cat or a little dog kind of licking their wounds. So they're saying there's some time here that you still need to do some healing. Whether you got any closure from that, because it feels like that there still might be something lingering. Ask your spirit team, what do I need to learn from that relationship? Um, and this just came in out of nowhere. And Spirit says, try not to put yourself down. I don't know if you haven't been your best cheerleader, but they're just saying, try not to put yourself down. Watch the words that come out of your mouth, because they're very powerful. Um, and let's see about a relationship here. We do see where you tip your toe in, so to speak. You might do a little bit of dating here and there. We see a couple of stragglers that come through, so to speak, where might be just 1 or 2 little dates, and eventually they're just saying that it's going to be a series, and it might be quite some time, because you're going to have to work on being able to trust people too. So that's what comes up. We do see a little bit of dating coming up, kind of work on that relationship, what it is that you needed to learn from that relationship, because if you don't, you're going to pull in somebody and that relationship might end or have the same issues. So that's what they're talking about. And I keep kind of asking Spirit as I'm talking, is there going to be another one coming up? There will be one that sticks, but it might be a little further out. And it could be a year, maybe even a year and a half. But that's all right. It's not like you're just going to sit alone until then.
Yeah. All right. Quickly from Vivian, do you see changes in my favor from the meeting I had on Friday, March 13th?
Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm asking Spirit. They're kind of showing me there. One thing that we like is that whatever meeting you had, they're saying that whoever was listening to you, they knew you were sincere and that you were speaking words of truth. And let's see, when you say, does it go in my favor? We don't see where every single thing went in your favor. I'm telling Spirit, show me a teeter-totter. We do see it goes like this, so it does show a little bit in your favor, so we're going to say yes.
All right. Let's see what we've got here. From Phoenix, am I making the right choice by interviewing for the culinary program next week, or is it not the right time? I want to go for it, but also it's a lot going on since I am apartment hunting.
Okay, so got all the big hitters going on at once. The
Yeah,
job and the house. Don't throw a new relationship in
apartment.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Spirit says, do you say you're making the right choice? And Spirit says, yes, go for it. It is a dream. Go for it. And they said the apartment hunting, that will fall right into place because they're showing me a stove and they're putting that program before on the front burner and then the apartment on the back. So they're just saying focus on the program because we find that's going to really bring you a lot of passion. And then the apartment, it feels like will just kind of fall into place that you'll find something. So don't worry about the apartment because that is going to happen, but they really do want you to work on this and do the interviewing for the culinary program.
Oh, good, good. All right, I think that'll do it. Let's end it with this from Rose. What a pleasant surprise was this evening. Looking forward to next week. Light and love to both of you.
All right,
So,
Rose. Well, thanks
great.
for joining. Yay.
Hopefully we got a new regular in Rose. We appreciate
Yeah.
that. And unfortunately, we wanted to get as many people a reading tonight as possible, so we didn't get to the alphabet messages, but we'll try and get that next week for you. I know a lot of people look forward to it, but we just wanted to get the people that came here, that took the time to come here,
Right.
and post the request for a reading. We wanted to get those readings out. So, anyway, everybody, thank you all for tuning in for today's show. Thanks to everybody that attended here. Thanks to Colette and her
Colette.
Colette. Did I say?
Oh, I
I
thought you
said
said Colette.
Colette. At least there's one Colleen.
Yeah.
So as always, if you have a topic you'd like us to discuss or a question for Sherry to answer, put that down in the comments section and put the jackpot jingle down there too. Hello, Spirit.
Yeah.
Put that down there. And we'll see next week whether you win a free reading with Sherry. But if you'd like to book your own private reading with her, go to psychicshari.com, click on the Schedule Now button. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so that you can be notified when new videos like Colette's tapping video is posted. I think that'll do it, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks
Thanks a
everybody
lot.
for coming on. It was
Yeah,
fun.
appreciate it. And we will see you again next week.
All right.
Take
Bye.
care.